Hey guys, here's a battle I had completely forgotten about. It's a battle I had maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago. This guy really surprised me with his team. It is all legendaries and pretty intimidating. So it's a triple battle. So let's see what happens here. I decided to go in with my fairy team into the battle spot. And I do not know that guy's name. It is in kanji, so I'm sorry about that, whoever you are. I lead with Sylveon, Gardevoir, and Carbink, and he starts things off with Regigigas, Rayquaza, and Arceus. Um, please don't complain about my pronunciation of the names. That is just how I say them. I don't know. Um, I end up tracing a slow start, which is terrible because that's an awful ability. Um, but I start things off with a nice Protect so I can get the Trick Room up. Uh, which is great because Arceus went straight after me with Judgment. It would have been Fairy type, so it wouldn't have been super effective, but it still would have done a pretty good hit. He goes for V-Create on Sylveon, which drops his special defense and his speed, but he actually did take quite a lot of HP out of my Sylveon. I'm very impressed with that power. I have Sylveon use Misty Terrain just in case he has some kind of status, and he does. He goes for the Toxic. It misses, but either way, with the Misty Terrain up, it wouldn't have hit. I have Carbink set up the Trick Room, so now slower Pokemon go first. I have my Gardevoir Digivolve now, and this is where I start going on the offensive. Um, Rayquaza uses Extreme Speed to finish off my Sylveon, and that's fine. Sylveon is there for support anyway, and the Rocky Helmet brought its HP down a bit, so, you know, that's great. Now I have my Gardevoir used Dazzling Gleam, and with the special defense drop, Rayquaza goes down. Even though he's weak to Fairy, I think that helped a lot. I have Carbon go use Reflect because Regigigas, he could hurt me once that slow start goes away. And Arceus decides to Judgment my Gardevoir. So I go into Wigglytuff because I expect the Genesect to come out, and he does actually bring in the Genesect, so that's great. I had a really good prediction there. It has download, and since my... Wait, his attack went up, right? I think it did. Anyway, I go for the Fire Blast, and it lands, luckily. So Genesect is taken out right away, which is good because I was a little worried about him. I have Carbink use Light Screen now because Arceus is throwing Judgments out left and right. And then Regigigas decides to go on the offensive because he realized Toxic cannot work with the Misty Terrain. And Arceus heals himself, that prick. So now I have to freaking take out his HP all over again. But, you know, that's just, that's the game, man. So out comes Dialga, and he scares me because he's a Steel type. So he could really deal some damage to us. I go for the Hyper Voice just to get some damage on Arceus there. And have Carbink just follow up with some nice Rock Slide. So we're just using teamwork here. That's good because somebody flinched. I don't know who. I tried to go for Focus Blast on Dialga, but it misses, which is unfortunate. And Dialga gets a nice Thunder off on my Wigglytuff. Luckily, he didn't get the Parahacks, but because Misty Terrain is up, of course he didn't get it. And this guy used Judgment on Carbink, which is good because I was hoping he wouldn't hit my Gardevoir because I think it would have taken her out. I go for the Fire Blast. I know it's neutral, but it's still better than Hyper Voice on Dialga. And I'm hoping that Rock Slide can take out Regigigas, but it doesn't. He survives by a little bit still. And he fires back with his own Rock Slide. And here I'm just hoping I don't get the flinch, he doesn't get the flinch hacks. He doesn't though, and we get a nice Dazzling Gleam off on all of his Pokemon. I just wanted to take out Arceus and Regigigas because they are being a pain in the butt, especially Arceus with Recover. Now that they're out of here, things should go a lot more smoothly. Dialga still worries me a bit, but since he's not throwing out Flash Cannons, I'm not too bothered by his presence. The Twisted Dimensions return to normal and the mist disappears, so that's pretty bad. Out comes Ho-Oh, and I go into Mawile here. And I'm expecting a Sacred Fire for Mawile and some attack on Gardevoir. I have both of them use Protect so that I can get the Trick Room up. And he does. He goes for the Sacred Fire, and this guy goes for the Thunder on Gardevoir. We get that Trick Room up, and now we're going to go first. So that's great. Our Reflect is worn off, but he's pretty much special now, so it's not a problem. Mawile goes for the Rock Slide, and who dodged it? I swear if it... Okay, it was Dialga. Dialga dodged it. I was going for Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh takes it really well. But my Mawile isn't Sheer Force. It is Hyper Cutter, so it can't get the attack. You know, if somebody tries to intimidate it. He goes for the Sacred Fire and kills my Mawile in one shot. That's unfortunate, but, you know, whatever. Poor Mawile is going to take a break now. And our light screen goes down. That's pretty bad. But I have a Zoomerl here, and he's a water type, so he should be able to handle Ho-Oh very nicely with a Waterfall. And that should take him out, and it does. So that is game. So a very nice bench. It was pretty scary because it was just all legendary Pokemon, but you know, legendary Pokemon, they're really good, but they're not unbeatable. Sometimes they are, though. So I want a rematch with that Xerneas. Anyway, it was an awesome match to whoever the heck you are. And good game, and thanks for watching. Later.